Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space itself. This is Kinius, the Skydude, and I'll be with you in just a moment. Smoke if you got 'em. Isn't that some swanky new cover art from Hazardous FDM? After being pecked by a radioactive bird, a somewhat mannered Tuthill was compelled to become Kinius, the Skydude. All right. Oh, again, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Kinius here. Hey, isn't that some swanky new cover art? I was chatting with Hazardous FDM earlier, and he's like, you might want to try that, you know? So, giving it a shot. Hope you like it. All right. So, over the last 4 days, starting with Descents into Madness, number one, yours truly has been trying to figure out, well, what's going wrong? Why is air traffic control not bringing me down, Bruce? And sometimes they do. They have in the past, and maybe it's just my memory with Simulator 2020. It really had no problem telling you when to descend, right? So then I noticed that information was missing. So when you set up a flight plan, information that is populated in the EFB, the electronic flight bag, does not transfer everything over into the 737 MAX FMC. The equivalent of a master computer. Okay? And certain other things were missing. For example, like top of descent on my my radar or my screen, my planning was not there. So I spent the next few days really trying to familiarize myself with the functioning of the 737 MAX FMC. And okay, great. And I'm glad I did, because I really needed to become more familiar with it anyway, to help with takeoff issues, overspeeding issues mostly. Having the computer really understand what I need for takeoff and landing speeds. Fuel weights, empty fuel weights. You'll see all that here in just a moment. People have been suggesting, I've been reading other threads on troubleshooting this particular issue. So yesterday, I think everything was going fantastic. Everything was finally set up right in the 737. Everything was going great. And then all of a sudden, nothing. and they dumped us out again too late, and I had to do a deep dive, which caused a bunch of errors, and then I had to switch from an ILS landing to a manual landing. So I still got some other kind of training out of it yesterday, learning how to deal with that, and still got the plane down just fine, not a problem. But it was that darn descent issue. Now, I could have just went ahead and initiated the descent at top of descent, but I didn't. I wanted to see if air traffic control would bring me down, and they did not. So today we're going to work out a couple of suggestions. One, I'm going to go in there and try to make sure everything is set up right again. That might be a little bit too short of a flight. What about this one? Darn, it's either a super short one. Huh. Well, I'll give it a shot, but I don't know with a 30-minute one that you have enough time for everything. I will try it. What the heck? It's all about learning anyway. But anyway, somebody suggested that if you skip taxi, so to speed things along, I've been skipping the taxi. And like, if you skip the taxi, you do not get to initiate the request for the instrument flight plan itself. Even though it's in there, you have skipped the part where you have to make sure that you get clearance from air traffic control for your instrument flight. And I have been. I did yesterday. So somebody said that might be the problem. So we're going to research that. We're going to try that first. Okay. So I'll try to speed through this as fast as I can to not waste as much of your time today. I'm going to be foregoing the checklists and all. Okay, you've seen over the last few days in the live streams, I've gone through everything. I've gone through checklists. I've gone through EFB procedures. So I know how to do it. Demonstrated that I can do it. But today, let's just hurry up. Okay. So things that are missing between this thing. Come on, you. The first thing to do is set cruise level. And this, it only looks like they have us at 7,000 feet. 70. Okay, let's check this page. 70. All right. Let me get into the plane. That'd help. Let me grab my coffee while I'm waiting for that to load up. Cheers. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. Thank you again to Hazardous FDM, who you should put your channel link in the chat room, sir. Put your channel link in the chat room. If not, I'll put it in there. And I also put your channel link in my show description. So he's an up-and-coming pilot, Captain Star, with Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he's now doing MSFS 2024 live streams. And doing a great job, if I might say so. So, if you're part of the Flight Sim community,
Stewart, your first officer.
Add him to your channels. And if I'm not following you, please come into the chat room, say hello, drop your channels, subscribe and like. That'd really be appreciated. I could really use the support. Okay, so
our cabin crew is ready for boarding.
Okay.
Your instructions.
So doing all of this stuff, doing your ground stuff, so that you can get to the requesting IFR clearance.
Could you please get the passengers on board?
All right, and that'll all be taking place outside. That's going to be coming out. The baggage guy and the catering guy.
Huntsville ground. Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha.
I don't think that's going to reach over here. I think they're going to end up just dropping all the passengers on the ground. Doesn't seem like we're aligned right. Okay, there goes the baggage guy. And there's the request, the caterer.
Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er. Could you please send a catering truck?
Can Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er.
Yeah, look at that. It didn't connect. That the tow vehicle, the pushback vehicle is in the way, and we're not aligned right. So all those people would come trouncing out, turn the corner, up, end up on the tarmac. We're gonna get sued today, folks. All right, so that's all good. All right. So now we're in here, and now any changes that I make in here to sending to air traffic control and avionics, every time I tell it to save, it'll offer me this green executive light, execute light, to input the latest data. Okay, other things that are missing from here. Let's go to the init ref page and go to the ref airport. KHSV. That's going to be fun. Next week, I'm going to learn how to build my own flight plans from the ground up. You know, you can do it this way and send it over, but I'd like to be able to build the full plans. Like in the Airbus, I can do it. It's a different beast in here. They look the same, but they're different. All right, not active. Let's go to the next page. Oh, is that the... Okay, that's just where we're at. Okay, like here, zero fuel weight, reserves, cost of index, and cruise altitude are not populating. At level 70, it said. Now you can try to enter it as FL and then the altitude, or just the altitude. So let's try the FL method today. FL 8. There. FL 70. Okay, that's not. So clear. 0700. That's the way you do it. And execute. Come up here and set that to 7,000. Oh. Yeah. That can't be right. Maybe. But that's one of the things you can do if they put you up to stupid altitudes. The last 4 days, if you see me working with the FMC on loading in, the cruise level has been absurdly high. 41,000 feet almost every time. 39,000 feet, 36,000 feet. We don't need to go that high. That'll definitely alleviate the problems if you start lower. Okay. Back to the FMC. The zero fuel weight, the reserves, and the cost index. The cost index I did not think was in here. It is in here. And it's just been coming up as zeros lately. And that is right here. The third one down here. Cost index, Imperial 0. So, cost index, I'm just going to put 0. Normally, pilots say when you don't know what to put between like 30 and 50. 50 is when you really need to spend a lot of gas and get out of there in a hurry, and 30 is when you don't have to hurry, you know, just run the engines moderately hot. So that number pertains to that somehow. Okay. Reserves is a little bit tricky because they offer it to you in foot-pounds and not a decimal. Maybe if you're using Simbrief or another app, it gives you the proper number. Let's see here. What am I trying to tell you? Weights. Fuel weight. Empty weight. See, it says down here, empty weight. 99,360 pounds. Right? But over here on the FMC, hello, Atlas Commander. Your computer's in the shop being upgraded, so you'll be getting it back on Saturday morning. Oh, that's always sad. I feel you, and I feel for you. Good. Hazardous has put his channel into the chat room. Atlas Commander, if you want to put your channel into the chat room so anybody that might want to follow you can follow you, please go right ahead. Your internet just went out, so you got to watch on your phone. Wow. That's also a bummer. Okay. So where was I? I was at saying that the fuel weight, right, or the empty weight is in 99,360, but over here they want some sort of decimal for zero fuel weight, ZFW. So I'm going to try 99.3. If you're an advanced pilot, I put it in reserves instead of zero fuel weight. All right, let's try. What is the reserves? Empty weight, max, payload, estimated takeoff weight, fuel options. Reserves, 6 pounds. See, and again, it's just got, they want a with a decimal. Well, there's 6, okay. Zero fuel weight. Estimated landing weight, empty weight, 9. Let's go 993.6. So that's something I still need to work on and get figured out definitively. That doesn't work. 9.9. Oh. Clear, 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 clear. Dang you. Not getting it. Let's try looking over here. Aircraft, flight performance, performances, mass and balance. Center of gravity, we can. Yeah, now I'm getting a bandwidth too low. Now I'm getting a bandwidth too low. Error. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah. You and me both. I may not be able to continue. And we'll see what happens. Stuff happens, you know. By the way, if you didn't catch the start when it was doing the pre-show thing, Hazardous created the cover art that I'm using today. It's fantastic. I got to get my head around that GPT. I couldn't come up with anything as cool looking. Yesterday was cool. It did one of these errors, server errors, but then it let us continue. Well, I'll try again and see if it lasts. If it doesn't last and we have another disconnection, then I'll just, start restarting the router, modem, whatever, and restart everything and maybe try it again. If not, try it again later tonight or try it again tomorrow. Probably later tonight. I'm off tomorrow. And I think Atlas Commander this is what, day 6, day 7 of your career? Far out. It's so cool watching new players. Okay. That was that 30-minute one again. if I could bother upon you while you are here to hit that like button. The algorithm really likes it. It helps put your stuff out there. A lot of people come in, but they don't like. You know, they're in a hurry. I understand people, like, they just check in, check out. But boy, if you're tuning in, please stop in and hit that like button. I really need the algorithm to pay attention to me more so it can put me out there too. So that it understands me a little bit more and puts me out there for other people that are interested in flight simulation. So, despite doing all kinds of shows, tons of shows, me and the algorithm, man, we gotta become friends too. Because it hasn't been happening, my friends. Not so. It will be day 8 this weekend once you get your computer back. Hazardous is going through the training too. And just yesterday, in the last day or so, he's opened up light cargo. So he's got his private pilot license and getting his cargo license. And I watched him do 3 short flights and something he's never flown before. He just jumped into it. As far as I know, you've never flown it. Just jumped into it. Couldn't barely even see over the dash. And went for 3 short hops yesterday and did pretty well on every one of them. I don't know how you managed to land looking over the dash like that. If I can't see anything, I'm like, oh. I have a horrible time at landing. At least used to. Oh, and you, okay, cool. You've got your CPL. I really want to, definitely another reason why I really want to get a hang of this 737. I'm getting to the point where I'm finishing up all my certifications and specializations. And I want to create a company.
I'm Stewart, your first officer.
I really want to create my own company. Let me turn these flight directors on. Put this back to 7. Turn on LNAV, VNAV, on the auto throttle.
Our cabin crew is ready for boarding. Awaiting your instructions.
Okay. So we're coming down here again. Getting our cruise altitude put in. Let me just try 7,000. 7,000. That zero fuel weight still couldn't get it to figure out the right thing to use. The cost index they wanted was 0. We had 6 pounds in reserves. Just try 99 for 0 fuel weight. No. 993. Oh. But this is the one that's messing with me. How to enter it properly. Unbelievable. What is it? Nine 9360. Sorry. Man. Yesterday was at least taking something. I don't know. And that may end up being detrimental to getting our V speeds in there. We'll find out here in a moment. N1 limiter. Okay, that's all good. Okay, now these three items right here, kind of like your cost index. Are you in a hurry? Leave this activated and selected. Are you in somewhat of a hurry? Derate your engines 10%. Select that one. If you're in no hurry at all and you want fuel efficiency, activate and select that. The outside air temperature, no, don't need it, I think. Takeoff. 5% flaps. Okay, see, that takeoff weight matters, because by putting in the flaps, it didn't auto-populate our V1. Our V1, our VR, and our V2. And those are very important for the computer to figure out your top of descent. Center of gravity here was 6. $31 instead. I don't know if I got this one right either. No trim. Well, again, I think it's because it doesn't have the weight. And this is really important. Yesterday we didn't have any problem. I was just plugging in what I thought was the right weight, and it just took it. So my deepest apologies for Murphy striking today and thwarting me. Oh, thank you, Rent-A-Cow. Hey, Rent-A-Cow is also a flight simmer, and he's also into Arma, and he's looking for Arma players. So if you're into that, you should all follow each other. Rent-A-Cow, Atlas Commander, is new to the community. He's on day 6 coming up, day 7 on his career, and Hazardous just started the other day as well. So you might want to give them a follow. All right. Renica, I got to tell you, though, this part right here is messing with me, and I'm getting pretty upset about it, is not being able to figure out this zero fuel weight the way they want me to enter this damn thing. And again, it is out here. It's listed, but zero fuel weight right there. But see how they give it to you in pounds? This one says 131730. Let me put in 131.7. Let's try that number. Maybe it doesn't like the 9s. It's too much. 31.7. Aha! It took it. So that was it. So don't follow. What the hell number was I following? Following one that was like 99. Yeah, empty weight. See here? So empty weight and the other one are different. Okay, let's see if we have our V speeds now. Okay, you see that right there? Our V speeds have populated. And now that with those populated, it will allow the computer to be able to determine where your top of descent is. And that was bothering me for the last 3 days. Okay, so now when we look on, set this to map or plan, zoom out on a range a little bit. Whoa, too far. We have a huge discontinuity there because it's so short. Let's step through it. Steps. And now let me zoom in. Dang you. Step. We have an ED, not a TOD. There's TC, top of climb. Top of climb. I'm not sure what ED is. All right, let's get our I think it could be because of the discontinuity. Maybe. That's my best guess at the moment. So if I look here, Ricketts, R-I-K-T-S. Yeah, we have vectors between Ricketts. Let's just click Ricketts and then click on vectors. Execute it. So now we have a magenta line from the runway to top of climb. Step. And there we have it now. Top of descent. So yesterday, despite listening to my own better judgment, I ignored the top of descent to make sure to see what air traffic control would do. And they didn't, and it caused a whole bunch of problems. So today, I'm going to pay attention when we cross it. If they're going to bring me down, do I request to come down or just come down? Cost index will change your top of descent, Renicow says. And top of climb, too, obviously. Yeah, it's based on your fuel weights and your fuel weights and your weights at the moment that it's calculating. Erectile dysfunction is part of flying? Who knew? Don't tell my wife. Okay. So what else did I need to do here? I got those set. Flight directors are set. Oh, yeah. Somebody said if you don't go through your ground services and request IFR clearance, that could also cause a problem with them descending you. So we're going to make sure we go through all this ground stuff. I haven't been, just FMC stuff. But it kind of makes sense. We're out of alignment again. That's not going to hook up. Just didn't spawn right. It gets it more often right than wrong. And I have to just wait. Press shift. That's okay. This is what we wanted right here. See where it says shift R to request IFR clearance. Somebody said that's the reason why I've been having problems too. Could be or at least try it and see if that doesn't fix your issue. Oops. We'll try it.
Huntsville ground. Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649 are ready to copy IFR clearance to Nashville.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha.
Okay, so we're headed back to Nashville.
Cleared to Nashville Airport is filed runway 18 right.
All right, I'm buying the waffles and chicken.
Frequency is 120.8. Squawk 5141.
Okay, your squawk is down here. Your nav, your comms are up here. ILS gets entered into here. VORs are entered into here. Need to set our
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649.
barometer.
Acknowledge last transmission.
Set it. We want to show up as standard.
Clear to Nashville as filed. Runway 18 right. Climb and maintain 8,000. Departure frequency is
8,000.
Luggage on board, Captain.
Squawk 5141. Kin Sierra, Charlie
8,000.
Alpha 649er.
Okay. Another thing I got to learn how to use.
Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er. Read back correct.
Okay.
Contact ground on 121.9er.
Yeah, we heard you. Good day to you too.
Boarding finished, Captain.
Another thing I learned how to use this week is this button right here.
Currently at 50% fuel capacity, Captain.
You see that little black button on your throttle console here? Right? you might have to bind a key to it, and it's called the auto throttle TOGA. 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 Okay. So now I have that bound, and all the other things that were kind of linked to it cleared. And now what that does is once we get out to Takeoff.
Huntsville ground. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er requesting pushback.
I've been having an over...
Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er. Pushback request accepted.
Okay. I've been having a problem with overspeeding on takeoff and having to control my throttle manually, which is not ideal. I don't want to. And there's still a little bit of a bug, right? But ultimately, with that button that TOGA does, is it lets the throttle control your takeoff speeds, right? So once
Clear to start engines.
Okay. But what I've been noticing is that, and others, very skilled pilots, real world 737 pilots, have also noticed that after takeoff, sometimes it kind of ignores, it can ignore your VNAV speed and put you into one of those, you're going over 250 knots under 10,000 feet. You don't want to do that. So let me dial in 240 now. Again, I'm dialing it in, but the computer, I want it to handle it.
Pushback complete, Captain.
All right. Now I shouldn't have any problem, I think, skipping ahead.
Huntsville ground. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er with Echo. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Really? Now we're having an audio cutting out?
Charlie Alpha 649er. Taxi to and hold short of runway 18 right using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 127.6 when ready.
Hopefully it's just audio. Sometimes I have a tendency to talk very choppy myself. And people ask me, is your microphone going out? No, why? Because you talk choppy. Oh, yeah, well, your mother, you know? Thank you for the input. Chop this. Sometimes my brain and work, there's definitely a discontinuity there.
Huntsville Tower. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er at runway 18 right ready for departure. IFR to Nashville.
So tomorrow...
Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er. Altimeter 29992. Cleared for takeoff runway 18 right.
All right, again, barometer 2992 set. Make sure that's set to inches and press standard again. We want it into standard. Don't know how to really use this button yet here. The radio mins and barometer.
Alpha 649er. Acknowledge last transmission.
Clear for takeoff runway 18 right. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er.
Runway this one ain't right. Okay. Let's change our heading to be going... That's about right. That's good. What else? ILS frequencies. Might as well put that in now. Go back to your charts. Go to your ILS or localizer for the runway that we want. The runway frequency up top. It's all over the place. It's printed other places, but right here in the corner, 11195. So coming over to your ILS deck, or navigation deck here. Stupid. 11195. Make it active over here on your co-pilot deck. active on the co-pilot deck. If there's any VORs that we have to go to after a missed approach, we have to go to intercept radial 270 at BNA. Okay, so BNA. BNA Nashville is 1141. Like this to go to VOR. 11410. 114. Short-term memory, folks. Okay, that's set now. Think we're gonna go. What say you all? You good? Are we good? Okay, what's your issue? Again, I talked. Okay, flaps are right. Anti-skid braking. This is an auto braking, so let's put that up to aggressive, more aggressive. It will as soon as you, if you have that set, as soon as you touch down, it'll kick in your brakes for you, which is a beautiful thing to do. Arming your speed brake, I'll take it out, but I'll put it back in later. But if you arm your speed brake, it'll show up here, speed brake armed, and you may already know that'll as soon as you touch down, that'll kick in and engage the speed brakes for you. Sure it's all the way out. No, it's now it's armed down. Okay. 8000 LNAV set, VNAV set. I forgot the core setting. Always something. Core setting for this runway is 316, and by Ricketts we need to be at 5,000 feet, and at 2,600 feet for hauler for our approach. 316. John 316. 316 over here and on the co-pilot deck.
Ladies and gents, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly. Your seat is in the upright position and your tray table.
Those should have been on.
Thank you.
Fasten seatbelts. Anti-collisions on. It's too bright out. Okay, good. And then once we get out there and lined up, I'll show you. You got to wait for your engines to spool up before you can activate TOGA, or it doesn't really it doesn't really work right. Yes, please, anybody stopping in, just even for a second, please hit that like and subscribe button. I could really use the support. I need the algorithm to become friends with me a little bit more. And they said, well, you know, the people that you watch that tell you how to improve your viewership, they're like, you know, tags matter and this matters, but most of all, do people like your stuff? That's really important. And yeah, of course it is. So I noticed a lot of people stop in, but not a lot of people hit like. If you just personally don't like me, I understand. Oh, that guy again? Tinius the Skydude. Some Skydude he is. Yeah, I'm getting there. It's a journey. You know? The journey to become Tinius the Skydude it's a journey. To start out as the average, mild-mannered, somewhat mannered, mostly. Tuthill to transform into Tinius the Skydude. I never said I was perfect. I never said I was a pro. I'm just a noob trying to become Skydude. Okay. Good enough. Okay. So you've got to spool up your engines and wait for them to stabilize. Okay, put the brake on. Get it up to, they said 40%. I'm not sure. It doesn't give you a percentage. So I'm just guessing it's somewhere between 4 and 6. I need more power than less power. Either way, I'm going to put it right there before it beeps at me. And you'll see these numbers. It almost looks like one engine is out. I think one engine might be out. What? Look at nothing on this side. What happened there? Yeah. Good thing I noticed that. Murphy! Dang you, Murphy. How I managed to shut one off, I don't know. But it's getting spooled up now. Crazy. And don't say it's your bad luck. If you've watched my live streams in the past, you absolutely know that bad luck is my middle name. Murphy's Law, striking. So common. There we go. That's right. Hazardous calls it the self-esteem button. Hit that like and subscribe button, the self-esteem button. Yeah, I suppose. Very funny. I need the subscribers. I need the likes. I'm sure most of us have wives. I'm sure you appreciate. She'd appreciate any little bit of extra income coming in. Not that there's a whole lot to be made doing live streaming a flight simulator. Maybe for some people. Hasn't happened for me. 609, 610. Come on, baby. You guys are getting good viewers. I'm really surprised. That's great. Well, again, I think it comes down to, it's, at least for me as an older, somebody that's been at this a while, it's definitely nice to help out people that are just starting out. And it's also just exciting to see, you know, remembering what it was like when we first started, and being there to help with any suggestions or comments if we can. Welcome to the community. Let's see if we're spooled now. Okay, good. Okay, so now I can take the brake off and hit the TOGA, and it should display TOGA in the VNAV and LNAV sections, or at least VNAV section in there. And here we go. Brake off. TOGA. The hell's the beeping for, though? What is that for? Is the speed brake armed? Yeah, speed brake was still in, kind of engaged. All right, so it's handling now the throttle down the runway. But we still have to be very careful once we get up into the air that we try to keep the baby under 250 knots below 10,000 feet. We're a V1.
Rotate.
Okay, get up off the ground. Try to follow the flight director. Climb to 8,000 feet. Little nose trim up. 177 knots. Landing gear up. We'll start bringing the flaps down to at least 2.
Alpha 649er contact Memphis Center on 120.8.
There's a detent on your speed. Wow, it's going pretty slow. Oh, it says I'm going way high. It's telling me not to climb that aggressively now. There's a detent on your, it says up on your sidebar here, up. And there's -1. That's when it tells you want flaps at 1 and flaps all the way up.
Please acknowledge.
They always bother you at the worst time.
0.8. Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er.
Okay, now we're approaching 260, and then we shouldn't.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er is passing 1900 climbing.
Turning on the autopilots, see if that'll hold me at 240.
Charlie Alpha 649er, Memphis Center.
230.
Altimeter 29992. Radar contact. Continue to Oscar Mike November India.
Okay. 241 is our speed set here. Good. All right, and it's turning around. Try to catch the LNAV. Good. So far, so good. Lovely day wherever we're at. Beautiful day here, too. I know that people out on the east are getting pounded with the snow, and I love snow. And I'm sad because we're in the 60s, and it could be 70 degrees here tomorrow in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And all those lucky people out on the east are getting all the snow. Without all that extra snow, things just don't become as green as they could. Excellent, excellent. This is working right. Okay, good over here. It's weird it's not displaying our route. Well, it's more important that it's showing us the route in here. And again, this will be a short flight. We're already at top. We'll be at top of descent here in no time at all. And to make sure that I'm going to the right place, we're supposed to be going to Ricketts. Just double engage it again and re-execute. There we go. Now it's being better. Now it's turning to get it.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er. Please expedite your climb 8,000.
It didn't take our climb last time. So let me just do a flight level change. Oh, really? Well, I'll be darned. You know what? Thank you, sir. It was Hazardous that said, man, maybe you should try some cool cover art. Some new cover art today. Let me knock one out for you. Far out, yeah, sure. So, you know, your cover art definitely has a lot to do with people coming in and, hey, please hit that like button. That like and subscribe button. I need your help. And he says, the cover art's going to help a lot. Try this today, putting it on. And so I'm using his cover art. And yeah, seems to be working. So thank you so much for that. Okay, we are at the right altitude now. Go back to VNav. Make sure it hits 8,000. VNav. Okay, so we have a few minutes to kick back. Smoke if you got it, put your feet up. It won't be long, though. It won't be long at all. We got to just do 69 miles. Now, the 69-mile part, that's what really today is about. Okay, so we did everything right. We input everything right. And now we're going to see if air traffic control gives me a descent command at Ricketts. If not, we're going to request that we come down to 5,000 feet. If they deny it, well, then at that point, I don't know, cancel the IFR and try to reestablish it. I'm not really sure yet. But this has been the major problem, them not bringing us down. So I'll try to either initiate it or just begin a descent, and they can bitch at me all they want.
Good morning, ladies and gents. This is your captain speaking. Today, I'm assisted by co-pilot Stuart Proctor. Welcome aboard Flight SCA 649, inbound to Nashville.
Yeah.
We are currently cruising at an altitude of 7,200 feet and at an airspeed of 250 knots.
Oh, I wonder.
10:0, 2 a.m.
10:0.
All crew members, we thank you for flying with us today.
Okay, I wonder if the altimeter has changed.
Relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Because he only sees that he declared us at 7.2. We're at 8. That could be because of a barometer change since takeoff. So let me hit this. Oh no, it still says 2992. Put it back to standard. We haven't got an ATIS update from anybody we've talked to. And last we heard it was 2992. 2992. $60 miles. Hazardous is using ChatGPT from the website. I tried using it through the Bing generator, and it couldn't come up with anything as cool as he came up with. I tried all kinds of different prompts, and I didn't get anything as cool as that. He's got a magic touch. The man with the magic touch. So thank you so much. I am going to try to figure it out. I don't want to bother you. You've got enough on your plate.
To begin in-flight service.
I tried formatting them early on like a comic book cover because, again, I wanted to role play this whole Kineas stuff out. And I've done a lot of role playing. If you watch a lot of my older shows, lots of role playing.
We'll start the lunch service in a few moments. Please take your seat. Enjoy.
So I was really wanting to go with more comic booky looking cover art because I was really going with the role-playing thing, like the bad guys and using the random failure generating to see if the bad guys are able to sabotage my plane, and I use a lot of D&D dice to do a lot of different role-playing things as we move around. And so that's why I had initially tried formatting it like like a magazine or at least comic book cover. It was way more comic booky looking early on. And then I'm like, well, maybe I don't need that. Let's simplify that a little bit. And so the latest one has been, the last month or two. But I don't care if, using GPT knocks better ones out. I don't really care. I would just like people to be able to see them and at least know that it's me. Hopefully it's not... it doesn't seem to be too much of a shock. There's some fine flight simmers in the chat room. If you want to join their channels, And please don't be a stranger. Come in and chat. If you have any questions and I can answer them, I'd be happy to try to do so. Although I'm still definitely in the learning curve phase of the 737 MAX. Like Renicow said, we're better with the Airbus. But I can now fly most anything. I've made it through all my certifications. The only one that's not unlocked on the aviation side, on the airplane side, is the the heavy cargo transport with the Beluga. And I think I need to get one cargo mission done with a superior rating before it'll allow me to unlock it. Other people have said you have to have one of the deluxe packages. I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. And I still have yet to unlock the last one or two for helicopter, which is the construction, the sky crane. Wow. All right, so we're 43 miles away from discovering what this live stream is about. Okay, I am pretty confident that everything is properly populating now the information that we need from the EFB to the FMC. We had our top of descent appear, and we did not skip any of the ground procedures. And we got our IFR clearance. So we're going to see what they do, air traffic control does, when we hit Ricketts in 40 miles.
Charlie Alpha 649er, contact Memphis Center on 126.75. Good day. Going to 126.75. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er.
So we're going to discover if they do, fantastic.
Center, Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er, 8,000.
Good, he sees us at 8 now.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha
Lord.
649er, Memphis Center, altimeter 2992, radar contact continue.
Thank you. So again, we're going to discover now, are they going to give me a descent? If not, what should we do? Do we initiate our own descents? We're going to try to, if we can't request it. See, like in communications, as you're moving along, you usually get the option to request cruising altitude increase or decrease. So we will attempt to, at that point, if they don't, request that we come down to nearing 5,000 feet. And if they don't, just begin it anyway, because we have to be in place to nail the ILS landing. And again, we're coming into Memphis. I've never been there in the real world, but we're going there in the virtual world today. And that means, didn't Elvis like weird foods like chicken and waffles? Whatever, we're going to find in our heads, we're going to imagine we're going to find a place where maybe Elvis went. We're going to go find some chicken and waffles or something. I'm buying. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. 57. And don't forget to chat and say hi. That helps the algorithm too. Just if I'm not following your channel and you want me to follow, please say hi in the chat room. If you chat in the chat room, it puts 3 dots next to your name. And I can click those dots and I get options for channel activity, go to channel, pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout. Thankfully, Flight Sim community, you guys are all well behaved. I've never had to use any of these. I think maybe once early on, you get these like bots that come in and spam nasty things. But only once. Either way, the second one, go to channel. I can immediately go to your channel and hit subscribe. So if you need another follower, I'm it. Just hit me up. And I don't even care if you don't have any content yet. We all start somewhere. you'll be at it soon enough. I don't know what the requirements now, if you're shooting for monetization, how many subscribers you need before they'll allow you to monetize. It's been lowering and lowering. But yeah, definitely happy to help you reach your number. The fried banana sandwich. I've never had one, but I like banana, so that sounds fantastic. I'd try it. I'm pretty brave when it comes to being a foodie. I've tried not a lot of strange crap, but you know, what I would consider weirder foods. Okay.
Charlie Alpha 649er. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway tree 1 approach via LLY in transition.
Okay.
To LLYNN.
I'm going to pause. Okay. They did not give us the descent. They told us we're cleared to the ILS runway. Okay. We have passed top of descent. Let me zoom out a little bit. So that's where the problem is. So if you've been having the descent problem too, they come on, but they're not telling me to descend. So let me unpause, acknowledge the radio call, and then request 3,000. So yeah, 3,000 down. Okay. Unpause, respond.
Maintain present heading and altitude.
And see? Okay. Let me pause. Here's another problem right here.
Clear to LLYNN. King Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er.
Do you see the problem before I tell it? It's right there. They only give us the option to cancel the IFR. Now, once we pass top of descent, now they're not allowing me to request a descent. And, you know, again, in the past, what we've dealt with, the ATC controls everything, and if you deviate, then they start bitching at you to come back up to 8,000 feet. Okay, so I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to begin the descent. I don't want to be... You can cancel the IFR, and then you can go to nearest airport again and find it and request a landing and set it up, but we should not ever have to do that. Okay, 5,000 feet. I've also seen a couple of advanced pilots, real-world pilots. They'll come and they'll use the VNAV button now, and they have a way to tell it to just automatically begin its descent, and I don't know that yet. Not that far along. And I don't know what, you know, how to engage that yet. If it does, I'll have to watch that one a couple more times. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Unpause. Do a flight level change.
King Sierra Charlie Alpha
And see?
649er.
Then he tells you maintain present altitude. So now he is working against you. Because now I have to tell it, okay, I will accept your instructions to maintain altitude.
King Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er.
This is what the madness has been about for 4 days now. Did I have everything right in here? Questioning everything here, troubleshooting everything here. And now it's come down to, well, we pretty much know everything is right in the FMC. What the hell is going on right here? Right. Do you know the answer, Captain? There's so many of you in here now. Maybe one of you is an advanced pilot. Do you know? If not, I will keep watching your videos. Not that I won't watch them anyway, but press shift. Announce descent to passengers. And then here it says, they're not giving it, but now they're saying reach 7,900 feet. See, they're telling me to go up. Back up, while this is telling me to tell them we're getting ready to come down.
ladies and gents, we've just been cleared to land at Nashville International. Please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. The flight attendants will be moving through the cabin, making a final compliance check, and pick up any remaining trash. Thank you.
Don't be littering in my plane unless you're one of the VIPs in the chat room, of course, then I don't care. Other than that, don't be littering in my plane. It's a smoking flight. So leave that one off. And fasten your seatbelts. If you want to. I don't care. You can hop around. Open bar, so enjoy. That's the kind of captain I'd want to be. I'd want to be like in charge of the party planes, going back and forth to and from Vegas. I wonder if you can get... I wonder if there's even a way anymore. I guess you'd have to own the plane. But back in the like 60s and 50s through the 70s, it was common to be smoking on the plane. It was a different time. And, you know, just mostly, you could still get loaded. I want one of those planes. You just have a good old time back there, man. Just don't come breaking through the door, okay? That's good. Other than that, have at it.
In Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er contact approach on 118.4. Good day.
No handoff.
Going to 11.
Okay, we're at 5,000 feet.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er.
All right, we're already here, getting ready for...
Kin Sierra,
Okay,
Charlie Alpha
we need...
649er is passing 5,000, climbing 7,900.
No, we're not climbing. We are not.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er, approach. Altimeter 29902. Radar contact. Continue to LOYNN.
We need to be at 4,000 feet at O-Nudge. I don't know where the hell they're taking us. Legs. Okay, O-Nudge is next. In 3.5 miles. Let's come down another 1,000 feet. Flight level change. Then 2,600 feet at Hauler. What happened with you was one of the missions you did, your game crashed. So you got 1,000 extra credits. It was able to unlock. Yeah, it's nice when things happen good. When the errors are they reward you. It's happened a few times. Yeah, I don't know if Rent-A-Cow is still in the room. Okay, we're churning, so I'm going to go ahead and put it into approach mode. I'm going to turn on the approach. I'm going to lower our speed.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er. Contact Nashville Tower on 118.6.
There's 145. I'm going to give us 5 degrees of flaps.
Careful, Captain. Flaps over speed.
Oh, I didn't slow down before doing that. And I'm going to arm the speed brake.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 649er.
Yeah, I should have waited.
Acknowledge last
I should have waited past this detent right here that says up to start lowering. It says flap 1 there, flap 5 here.
Tower on 118.6. Kin Sierra,
2,600
649er.
at Hauler. 6 miles. 26, flight level change. Our ILS Diamond, we're still below it, but it's dropping. And over here too, on this screen. Ultimately, you want that thing centered on this white bar here and centered at your altitude here. Yeah, we're actually under it at the moment. Hauler in 4.5 miles. This thing has an auto landing as long as both of these autopilots are on, and we've got the auto brake set to engage by itself. We've armed the speed brake, and so unlike the Airbus, about a couple hundred feet off the ground, in an Airbus, you disengage your autopilot and you land the thing manually. In the 737 MAX, you let it auto land for you. It's kind of nerve-wracking because if you're used to the Airbus and used to manually flying it down, it's weird. You get a little jittery because you're not used to it. At least I do. But it's performed beautifully every time. And it's been lining up great every time. I had a little doubt the other night. I speak, but we're at 2.6 now. Here comes the Diamond. But it does a really good job. And again, all you have to do then is engage your reverse thrust and come to a stop. No stress. We're over 5 now, so you go ahead and put in 10 flaps. Oh yeah, it'd help if I had my landing gear down, right?
Nashville Tower, Ken Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er, 6 miles southeast, inbound ILS runway tree 1 approach.
Right. Auto brake 1 for normal dry runway.
Nashville Tower. Altimeter 299er2, cleared ILS runway tree 1 approach.
I have been timid and I haven't appreciated the braking power at 1. So I'm just kind of using executive order there and overriding that, and I'm just going to put it up to 3. Just, yes, I know, for dry, but again, the brakes have been feeling a little bit squishy to me, so I'm going to set it for 3. And again, Renicow still in the chat room. If you were
Charlie Alpha 649er, acknowledge last transmission.
If you're an ARMA player, ARMA Reforger,
Cleared ILS runway.
and you're good,
1 approach. Ken Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er.
and you're good, and if you're a good pilot,
Charlie Alpha 649er, wind calm, clear to land runway tree 1.
Renicow has been trying to put together more people for squad play, and I'm a little too broke still. I've been putting all my money into Archer Aviation, but soon. I've been watching since he posted his latest videos. Jesus, guys, leave me alone, air traffic control. Yes, I copy. We copy.
Land runway tree 1. Ken Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er.
But I've been watching other people, the helicopter. They're crazy. The helicopter pilots in ARMA, some of them are really good. And you need good pilots to get you in and out. We seem a tiny bit off, but just our perspective, I think. Again, it's been performing beautifully.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
Our speed brake should
Too low. Flaps.
activate. It did. Put it into reverse. Not thrust. Reverse thrust. Keep it centered. And that is it. All right. Well, we can now say they're not going to descend you. And they're all,
Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er, turn next taxiway.
and they're not going to speed brake all the way up, flaps all the way up. And they're going to tell you to maintain your altitude. And folks, that's just wrong. But what they didn't do is they didn't start jumping all over my behind when I started my descent. I just started bringing this.
Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er, exit runway when able.
We heard you, madam. So, ignore them. Make sure you start your descent at the top of descent and ignore them. But again, the good thing is they didn't start jumping in my rear end, telling me to keep going up. Go back up, go back up.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er, contact ground on 121.9er.
So, for right now, I'm going to call it a win, and we've pretty much kind of figured it out over the last 4 days.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er, please acknowledge.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank the plane. Yeah, as you saw, I didn't do much.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 649er, did you hear my last transmission?
Man, even while I'm trying to shut down, she's still talking. That's weird. It didn't respond to the Shift R quick reply.
Going to 121.9er. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha.
Always something.
649er.
Yeah, that's what you were saying yesterday. Just start the descent and not listen to the ATC. Yep, but I had to find out. Yeah, I had to find out if they were going to do it or not. But you're right, I should have. And we got to test. I got to refresh doing a manual landing, so it all worked out. But today we pretty much know for sure. Airline procedures, 37%. I wonder why they didn't like. What didn't they like? Flaps exceeding. Yeah, I knew I did that one wrong. But what here? Oh well, always room for improvement. At least we got a B. And hopefully they don't take any of the rep away. It's been a trying week. A lot of these failures have resulted in pretty big hits to reputation. So let's see what they do. Thank you so much again, fellas, for coming in and supporting me. I really appreciate it. You should all be on notify so I know when you're live, and I'll be watching your stuff in kind. For people that just have stopped in, please hit that like button. Please, please, please hit that like button. And subscribe. They took some rep away. Yeah, well, hey, the big picture of things, what does it matter? So in the next coming days, just for funs, grins and giggles, I would like to learn how to program an entire route without using the EFB in the 737. And it's not too difficult once you figure it out. I can do it in the Airbus, but I haven't done an entire full flight, just built it in the FMC and go. So I'll be doing some of that. Also, I'm getting to that point. Go back. I have, and this isn't going to be a lot, but I've got 2,631,210 credits built up, saved up. And I know that probably really and isn't much. But now I'm to the point where I'm starting to think about creating companies for the first time. And I really wanted to get passenger transport. That's why I've been spending so much time with the 737, because I know it's going to be a big deal. Plus, I would eventually like to really try that heavy cargo and fly some of the big boys. I would love to try flying that Beluga. So I really like doing passenger transport. These other ones, medevac, search and rescue, aerial firefighting, they're okay. I don't mind doing them. I've enjoyed everything. As opposed to some folks, I don't even mind doing the flight seeing ones. They're short. But what I am finding that so far as a non-pilot owner, just as an employee, these agricultural aviation jobs, for the amount of time you have to put into them, pay so incredibly well. Just blowing the socks off of passenger transport. You might get, well, in these, let's just say an average one will be like, I don't know, 20,000 credits maybe. Over here, you can find them in their 60, 70. I've seen them as high as 80,000 credits. It'll tell you it'll take 2 hours, but it probably won't. Probably take 30 minutes. So as far as the bang for the buck, just trying to gain money as fast as possible. At the moment, I'm going to say it's agricultural aviation. But I'm going to discover all that coming up soon. So that is my goals for the next couple of live streams, next string. We'll find out how expensive things truly are here. I heard you have to have insurance and pay for all the repairs, and it makes you now go around and you're going to want to check all the points on your planes to make sure everything is in working order. I don't know about creating and hiring other pilots yet. There's a lot I don't know. So exciting times. I'm excited to finally get here. Like I said, out here, that's where I'm at. All right. I have a hard time saying goodbye. Thank you for the cover art again. I think it's the cover art that really got a lot of folks coming in today, and I really want to thank Hazardous for helping create that exciting new cover art. I really need to start doing more of that. I don't want to have to bother you for creating the artwork every time, but I think you have shown me the light, sir. So tomorrow I should be available. Tonight I might actually be available because tomorrow's I'm off, but you guys might be streaming tonight. I'll see if anybody's streaming, but if not, I might do some more streaming tonight. If not, I will see you tomorrow for sure. Hopefully same time, same Skydude channel. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And why is this not playing? I know why. Yeah. And with a little bit of music, then I'm going to go to a black screen. You know, it's got those end screens that pop up. Kind of hard to read those end screens when there's the cover art up. And it should also say ending. There we go, ending. So I'm going to let the music play out. I'm going to go to a black screen here in a moment and give it a couple of seconds for the ending credits to have a plain background. And I will see you tomorrow.